Hey guys, what's going on? Lily here. It's been a while since I posted a video, and I'm sorry about that. Being in quarantine since the middle of March, I've not been doing as much reading as I would have liked to be. But I do want to talk to you about the reading I have been doing, because I have been doing about the amount of same reading that I was before quarantine. But before quarantine, I got a full-time job. It took me so long to finish a certain book that I was reading, which I'm also going to talk about in this. I'm going to do what I've been reading in the past 3 months, because I haven't talked about anything like that recently. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. So right now, I'm going to tell you what I'm currently reading, because I feel like that makes more sense for me to start off. Because I am me, I am reading 2 books at once. I'm reading The Hunger Games by Susan Collins. I mean, if you don't know The Hunger Games at this point, I don't know if you've been living under a freaking rock. This book series, I have a love-hate relationship with it, because I was never told to read this growing up. I read the first book back in maybe early high school, late middle school, and I wasn't fond of it. I wasn't crazy about it. But reading it as an adult, now it's hitting hard. You can tell by all the tabs that I have. I'm gonna do an overall review of the whole series, because I never finished the series, so I think that'll be really fun to see my opinion on the other books. So I'm excited to go through that. I'm loving it so far. I'm 50 pages in, and I'm really enjoying it. Next, with the 2 of my friends, we were buddy reading Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Manscalo. I can't pronounce last names for the life of me, and I never probably will. I'm listening to this bad boy on audiobook, and I love it so much. I don't know why it took me so long to pick it up. This is really one of those readings where I felt like I wasn't going to enjoy it as much as I thought I was, because it's based in the 1800s, so those kind of books are weary for me. So I try not to go towards them, but this one, my friend Michaela was just like, you gotta read it. She's like, it's my favorite. And I'm understanding why it's her favorite. I'll link her channel down below also, so that way you can check her out. I'm sure she's posted a few videos about the series, if I remember correctly. But me and her, we've been Zooming a couple nights a week, and we read together, and it's really fun. If you're looking for motivation to read, I highly recommend making a friend on BookTube or BookTwitter and just Zooming and FaceTiming together, because it's one of those things where you don't realize how much reading you get done when you're reading together just through this reading. It's a lot of fun, so I recommend that. Alright, so that's what I'm currently reading. Now, for books that I read back from March to April, starting off with The Gravity of Us by Phil Stamper. This I gave 4 out of 5 only because of how long it took me to read it, because I was reading it when I first started working a full-time job. I wasn't in the right mindset to pick up a book that I just needed all my attention for it, and I didn't have it, and I felt really bad because I loved these characters. It made me write my own novel that I actually DM'd him on Twitter and told him about, and he thanked me and everything for the fact that these characters inspired me and whatnot, and I thought that was really sweet that he responded. But if you like Love, Simon, if you like all the kind of gay romance stuff, the LGBTQ plus community stuff, I recommend picking this one up. I love how you get so wrapped up in these characters and you want to know what kind of happens to them, and I like how short it is, because it took me 2 weeks, but I could have finished this a lot sooner, but I'm glad I didn't, because I really wanted to enjoy it and learn what characters, who was who and stuff like that. I really wanted to pay close attention to it. So I read that. Then I took a break and I started My Hero Academia. I picked up the manga for it, and I have the first 3 volumes. I haven't touched the other 2 yet because I don't want to speed read them yet. I'm trying to take my time and enjoy them, because I did read this in a day and a half, not even a day. And I love it. I love these characters. They're my favorite. Deku is my child, and I love him, and I'll protect him forever. I gave this a 5 out of 5, I think. Then I read This Big Beast, Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. That's the kind of series and author that she is. It's one of those where it's you love them and you'll read them. This is basically, to explain it in the shortest sense of the way, it's the children of the characters from the Infernal Device series. So it's the sequel series to that, and I love it, and I'm obsessed. And these are all my children, and I will love them forever. And I have 2 copies now because Target sucks and my pages were ripping out, and I needed to order a new one. So that is why I have 2 giant copies now, just taking up too much space. So I read this. I gave this a 5 out of 5, I think. I'm very, like, here you go, here's a 5-star, here's a 4-star. I'm very rare when I will rate something that's a 3-star. Which, come to my next book, was almost a 3-star for me, which is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I'm not even going to try to fix that. I listened to this one on audiobook as well. I did listen to Chain of Gold on audiobook. Audiobooks have been my best friend. If you don't use Audible, Jesus Christ, I can't speak English. I don't know what you're doing. It's $14.99 a month, and you get 1 credit, and you can exchange them, and they don't give you an issue. And it's like one of those things where I'm just like, give me all the audiobooks. I want to listen to all of them. So this book I was told to read by my friend Katie, and I said I would. I'm kind of mad that I did because I knew this book because of Book Twitter and BookTube because of the hype that it had, because a lot of people's first series was this series. But I'm so glad that it was not mine. I'm so glad that I was never invested in it, because I don't know if I'm going to continue it. It was good. It was alright. But I hated how weirdly paced it was. Like, it just, like, I felt like, I don't know. I had so many weird opinions on this book, and I didn't understand them. Like, at one time, I loved it. Another time, I hated it. Another time, I needed to throw it across the room for a hot second. Like, it was one of those books that I was just like, what are you? Like, what are you doing? Yeah, so that's how I felt about that. So right now, I am reading those 2 current books. Trying to focus on the 2 right now. I'm trying not to overwhelm myself too much, because there's books that I'm getting in the mail. I'm getting Radio Silence by Alice Olson, I think is her last name. She wrote Heartstopper, which I also read last month. I read all of it in one day online because I didn't have the physical copies yet, and I don't know when I'm going to order them, but I'll order them eventually. But oh my god, if you need a graphic novel that is like just that, and literally I gave it 5 stars, all 3 of them. I read all 3 of them within like 2.5 hours, maybe. I think I read them all. It felt like you were reading fan fiction, and just like you fell in love with these characters so much, and it was just like you were just rooting for them, and it was so cute, and the artwork was gorgeous for someone that's starting to draw and like take appreciation in art. I'm just like, I need to devour all of this. Like, give me everything that is revolving around this universe. So yeah, that is what I've been reading and read the past 3 months since I took a little hiatus. The Owls kind of burned me out. I only read 1 book from my TBR, which was this one. So I didn't obviously continue it. But I thought the concept of it was a good idea, so maybe I'll try again next year when it comes back, and I'll try again. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys what I've been reading, and I feel like I haven't been in touch with you guys, and I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna try and be better with uploading and like posting. I'm so close to 200 subs, and I want to thank you guys for that, because like I know I haven't been like posting like crazy, and I felt my videos were getting a little repetitive, so I wanted to take a break till I got like inspiration to post again. Being in group chats and being with friends like online, it really does help with the motivation, so I wanted to put something out there again. And like, yeah, I'm doing well, I'm okay, I'm healthy, I'm not complaining. But I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you guys are healthy. I hope you guys are staying indoors. And if you go outside, wear a mask, please, because we don't want to be in quarantine all summer long, because I'm literally going insane. I don't know about you guys, but I know I am. Yeah, so I hope you have a good weekend, and I'll be back next week. I'm going to try to upload every, like, Thursday, Friday. I feel like that's a good day to pick so that I can think about it over, like, logic in my head. But, I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.